Echoes right where we left off. I was just about to continue with exploration and figuring out what I'm supposed to do. Because I could have sworn, unless there's... Yeah, because I went to this area and I went over there. But there wasn't anything I could really do. I wonder if I have to go back to the center square now. Or maybe try to leave? Killian on the roof. What is Killian doing there? Doing there? Ooh. Oh, it's you, Glenn. Did Sir Victor return? Not yet. What are you doing here? Oh, hold on. What are you doing here? Taking in the scenery while the rain has stopped. I still can't believe it. The Grand Grimoire is right under our noses. And? What do you mean, and? That's the reason we're here. We wanted to know more about it, who had placed it in Burnshire back then, and above all, why. What then? I'm sorry, what do you mean? What do you plan to do with this knowledge? What's this about? You don't know, do you? I know what you want. You want the stone for yourself. I want to change this world. Having such a weapon would be helpful. Even though you know what it is capable of. Do you find it despicable? The Grimoire kills people. This sword here does the same, and yet we wield it every day for our cause. You can wield a sword and choose your targets. The Grimoire obliterates everything. Don't get me wrong, every human life is precious to me. But just look back. We are walking on a mountain built of corpses. The blood of many is on our hands. The blood of people who are ready to die for their cause. We do not kill the innocent. If possible, I would not want to use the Grimoire. It is much more useful as a scare tactic than a weapon anyway. Enemies will throw their weapons at the mere sound of the name. Remember how our enemies feared the band of the Iron Bull? Do you know the reason why I want to change this world? No. I come from a merchant family. We were quite wealthy, but since dealing with money is frowned upon where I come from, we were not very influential. We had a big house, servants, always clean clothes and enough food, but all this did not protect us from the world outside. My younger sister went out riding one day, and the horse went wild. It raced through half the city until it finally stumbled in the harbor district. It fell to the ground and broke its leg. My sister sought help in an area that even in broad daylight was visited only by scoundrels. Weak and completely on her own, she could not defend herself when they came for her. Dozens of men threw themselves on her, one after the other. Wow, that's a way to start an episode for sure. Killian. Our butler found her in a gutter hours later. She had fallen into a coma. I was so angry that I rode into harbor that same evening to look for the culprits. But who was I supposed to find? Half the neighborhood had taken advantage of her. I'm sorry to hear that. I haven't seen her for years, but from letters my parents sent me, I know she is still sleeping. So I'm realizing it started off as like, oh, this is just an adventure to kind of, stop a war or whatever. And now it's suddenly gotten very dark. It's sort of hinted at that at first, but now it's starting to get very dark with all the contexts. Which I'm not against, but I'm not too much for either. I don't know. It's still entertaining, of course. It's still a good story. But yeah. I haven't seen her for years, but from letters my parents sent me, I know she is still sleeping. Glenn, I was a very liberal person whose greatest role model was Alfred of the Band of the White Dragon. A man who achieved fame with his mercenaries, and at one point was as powerful as the armies of the greatest kingdoms. Since he came from the common folks, he tried to abolish the royal houses and establish democracy. I wanted to be like him, and after the incident with my sister, even more so. I could have felt anger for the common rabble, but I did not. I did not want to fight the lower class, but rather the causes that made them this way. The music is starting to get to me a tiny bit with this. I set myself the goal that if my sister ever woke up from her coma, she would look into a new world, a better world that I created with my own hands, and for that I must make use of different means. Like the Grand Grimoire? Like the Grand Grimoire. First thing your sister will see when she wakes up is not the beautiful world you have created, but the monster her brother has become. Don't worry, we will never get to that stone anyway. These are just empty words, Glenn. Well, I think I have some time until Sir Victor returns. I wonder how Linnaea is feeling. This day has been hard on her. Maybe I can pay her a visit. That is, if they let me into the castle. Interesting. He hasn't joined the party. He didn't join the party. After. Okay. We are grateful that you brought Her Highness back. Prince Frederick hasn't been himself after she vanished. Oh. You're allowed to visit her, but this area is off limits. Got it. Okay, so heading through the middle area is... yeah. Volandis' greatest pride was once the Mage Academy of Nissa, and even today people speak of it with fervor. Before that, Volandis was an isolated place with only a few mining villages. The reason why the founders of Nissa chose such a random location to open the greatest academy of all time is still a mystery. Perhaps the students were not supposed to be too distracted by other things. Who knows? Who knows? Soldiers around His Highness call the Grand Grimoire the weapon of the gods. I wonder which gods they mean. The old ones? The Church's one god? Or the great gods? Maybe they mean the 7 true kings? At least with the 7 true kings, their existence is scientifically proven. Asnadiel, the dragon, is sleeping on this very continent. Scientifically and technologically speaking, Volandis lags a century behind the neighboring countries. All the resources were spent on the war. One might think that at least the war machinery would be up to date. Fiddlesticks. After 150 years of war, the coin master was happy to find enough money to pay the soldiers and keep the old machines running. Recently, however, we have received a few more modern machines. Under what deal Prince Frederick has struck, and with whom? And with whom? Interesting. So, more environmental storytelling and gossip and so on. But, that's the wrong way. I see. Okay, well, nowhere else to go but up. Oh, no, there's one person to talk to. Now that the princess is back, I'm going to make an extra effort to keep the place in good shape. Oh, and it froze when I talked to her. That's it? That's all she has to say? Okay. Yeah, alright. We'll see about this cutscene, what it leads into, and probably stop after this, depending. No map of the upper area. Not allowed to go there. Not allowed to go there. Princess is a sweetheart. She has a sympathetic ear for everyone. Okay. Why is it... Okay, the maids are apparently, for whatever reason, their text is slowing. Okay. Yeah, and this is just loading a cutscene. Look, you dropped all the good dishes. Don't think because you've just returned that I'm going to handle you with kid gloves. You will make up for all the work you missed. Do you understand? Do you understand? Answer me. What kind of behavior is this? I hope you remember your status. Here at court, by order of His Majesty the King, you have no more rights than a common servant. Yes, I'm sorry. I am sorry. What are you staring at? Be gone. Watch your tongue. Watch your tongue. He's the princess's guest. Apologize. Sorry. Interesting. You hear that it's bad about his status thing, but you don't realize how bad until that scene. A partisan, okay. Keeping in mind the castle doesn't seem to be treated as the same place as the... There's 38 treasure chests in Fjord Woods? I'm sorry, I just noticed that. Okay. Who goes... Ah, what are you doing here? Is it about the reward? My brother will take care of it tomorrow. No, I'm just here to visit you. See how you're doing. You are? This is kind of you. Thank you. I had no idea you were so interested in art, and so talented, too. It's nothing but a pointless pastime. They all show the same motif, a huge tree on a flying island. What is this place? A place I have to go to. That you have to go to? It might sound silly, but it follows me in my dreams. It appears in my mind's eye and watches me, or wants me to visit it. I don't know where it is, though. I see it in memories that are not mine. I try to capture it on paper to get an answer, but it doesn't seem to work. Your echo, then. My echo? Remember how Damebird explained to us that after death, the soul leaves the body and it dissolves into the maelstrom? My mother once told me, sometimes the soul doesn't completely dissolve. If these remnants flow into a new living being, it is possible that one keeps memories of a previous life. You mean to tell me this place in the painting is an echo from my previous life? Maybe. This place could have been your home. Now the title of the game seems to strike a better chord. Chained Echoes, right? I wonder if I had a better life then. I know I shouldn't complain. People are suffering all over the realm, and here I am protected from all that. But still I'm so unhappy. It makes me feel ashamed. I think everyone has their own problems to deal with. I don't think you can weigh on that. You can weigh that. Sorry for, screwing up that line. I wish I wasn't born a princess. Tell me, Glenn, why do these rooms here feel so much tighter than anywhere else? Her eyes are so cold when she talks to me, yet with him. This boy seems pretty close to the princess. You do not look pleased. Oh, brother has a crush on his sister, I'm guessing. Sir Gawain. I mean, for this time period depiction, that wasn't uncommon. Let's be honest. That was not uncommon. Sir Gawain, he is one of their companions. An interesting boy, I must say. He is the only one who did not want gold as a reward. What then? What then? Information about the Grand Grimoire. Who would voluntarily forgo a reward in gold? Is he a spy? A rather simple-minded one when he asked us directly to our faces about the grimoire. We should take care of him, but not in the princess's presence. While you are at it, deal with the whole troop. As you command. General Godfrey has returned, by the way. Very good. Start the procedure immediately. I will, after the general has sobered up. Do not wait too long. We must not give Ascania too much time. Got it. Alright. Understood. Oh, there's Sienna and Killian. I can do without curves. They are unnecessary. Oh, come on. They are the most deadly weapons of all. That depends on where you use them. Where? What does that have to do with anything? Well, your katana with a curved blade is suitable for slash attacks that cause a deep cut. They are not suitable for thrust attacks. However, if every soldier of Valandis is running around in heavy armor, a thrust is more effective than a slash, making the great sword superior to the katana. In Valandis, for all I care. They still live in the past. Plate armor is on the retreat. The only thing that justifiably wears such armor nowadays is a sky armor, and believe me, you do not want to face them with a greatsword. I saw him. Sir Victor's coming. You act like a kid waiting for his presents, Glenn. Well, I do hope he brings a reward. I am already getting gray hair. Prince Frederick said we'll be given it tomorrow. Sir Victor. Sir Victor. Shh. There you all are. This is supposed to be the best inn in town. You got screwed. The ale tastes like piss. Barkeeper, amber ale. Bruh. Ha! Disgusting. This bland, watery aroma. One more. No, wait. Bring me 3 right now. It's going down like water. Who is this guy? A good friend and the real reason why I am in Volandis. This is Cameron, a scientist at the court of Taran. And this one here is Bathraz, also a friend of mine, who helps me out with more dangerous stuff. It's you! What are you doing here? Oh, you know each other? Looks like you made it to Tormund. We're surprised. We? If your goal was Tormund anyway, why didn't you accompany me till the end, huh? You do remember that we're working for money. If you can't pay us, why should we act as your bodyguards? Is that all you can think of? I hope you have deep pockets, Sir Victor. Like Sienna is any different. That is too true. That is too true. Anyway, he will accompany me through Volandis. Can we focus on the main topic? Of course. Okay, so he's paid for him, so then he's always going to be in Victor's party. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you about this before, but the real reason I'm in Volandis is the Grand Grimoire. I'm here telling you this because we need your info. I presume, he said. Victor, are you sure this is a good idea? Sure, they might be experienced fighters, but we can find others in the Adventurers Guild. I trust them. Hey, we just recently joined the Adventurers Guild. Cool down, old man. Old dog thing? Doesn't mean that we have maybe like a mole or a dwarf. Maybe a dwarf? I don't know. Doesn't mean that we have to explain everything to them. We need their muscles, not their brains. Cameron, what's this all about now? I explained it to you earlier and you agreed to it. Now, don't keep us in suspense. Alright, alright. I will take the time to answer your questions, at least while these cups are still full. Cameron is responsible for the Grand Grimoire and has been studying it for several years. Nasty thing. Contains endless secrets and has tremendous destructive power. You've seen what it is capable of, which is why Cameron and I want to destroy it. You want to destroy the Grimoire? Grand Grimoire is the weapon of the gods. No man should ever hold it in their hands. We must destroy it before more lives are lost. I will help you. Glenn, wait for their explanation first. Keep your voices low. If anyone finds out about this, we'll be hanging from the gallows. There's a person at the window. How has no one facing this direction seen it? Especially Sienna, who boasts about being careful about her surroundings. She has literally said before that she looks and stays attentive or whatever. If anyone finds about this, we'll be hanging from the gallows. So, what do you want to know about? In this case, if it gives me the option... Okay, I'm gonna ask what exactly it is. It's the more powerful version of an ordinary grimoire. These gems are able to store and release energy. Okay. They can be found in old geological layers, generally formed in places with high ether deposits. The largest grimoire found in nature is as big as a thumb. However, the Grand Grimoire is the size of a fist. That's pretty big. It depends on what the size of your fist is, though, generally speaking. I'd imagine it's about... I don't know... like... I can't even, like... maybe 20 inches in diameter at most. We do not believe that it was created naturally. Someone created it? We do not know, but a similar stone is mentioned in the history of the 5th epoch. The gods used it as a weapon to destroy entire regions and to initiate the apocalypse. Luckily, they refrained from doing so that we humans are still alive in the 7th epoch. Exactly, but we are not here for history lessons. Do you have any further questions? So, what do you want to know? Okay, that was... where did it come from? In old texts of the 5th epoch, it is briefly referred to as the weapon of the gods, but then it is no longer mentioned. Till about 5 years ago, the stone laid in Taran's treasure chamber. There, it was kept as a mere piece of jewelry until Gawain discovered its potential. Gawain? He was also in the throne room, a man with the white hair and different colored eyes. Gawain is the prince's advisor and a colleague of Cameron. He is also an old acquaintance of mine. We both studied in Nissa. So, this man is an R. Unfortunately, he does not share Cameron's concern for the stone's power. He is trying to use it for this war as effectively as possible. We ran experiments with the stone 5 years ago. Its power was frightening. I spoke out against its use, but the king and the council were unanimously against me. And then, well, then that happened with Verdunshire. What was the stone there? Why was the stone there? Taran had defeated Gravos and taken the city. The place was crawling with their own soldiers. Honestly, I don't know why the prince kept it there and what he intended to do with it. Now, the stone is back in Tormund and will be used in the upcoming battle. This is certain? Yes, preparations are being made right now. So, what do you want to know about? Well, there's no option to stop from this one, so how do we destroy it? This is the problem. We do not know. The Grand Grimoire is used by smashing it. This triggers a tremendous explosion. Only in a radius of 3 meters around the stone, nothing happens in order to protect the user. That's why Killian and I survived the explosion. Afterwards, the gemstone reassembles itself and can be used again, which means you cannot destroy it in any normal way. If that is all your questions, now it just so happens that a few weeks ago I made a little progress and therefore called Victor to Volandis. The royal house keeps a list of all the gifts that are given to the king on various occasions. On such a list, I actually found a rainbow-colored grimoire. A monk named Nalkilber from the Kindreld Monastery brought it as a gift more than 50 years ago. This monk is probably no longer alive, but the monastery still exists. And that's where you come in. You plan to go there and want us to accompany you? Exactly. The monastery is located in the east and has been abandoned for decades. Instead of monks, there are now monsters living there, and we need some capable adventurers to protect us from them. All the while you are searching for information about the Grand Grimoire and this Nalkilber? Yes, information such as where did the stone come from and how did it come into the possession of this monk. We might even find a way to destroy it. We'll help you. You do not need to pay us. Hey, speak for yourself. The stone is not my concern. Without a reward, I ain't lifting a finger. That reasoning sounds familiar. Well, why are you telling us all this? Don't you put yourself in danger by sharing such explosive information? I do not understand this either. I have my reasons. I just can't name them. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Thanks to your trust, you have gained a new comrade in arms. Let me help you. What was that? I swear I saw someone outside of the window. Stop. You there at the table. What is it? Drop your weapons and surrender. You are under arrest. What? For what reason? You should know it too well, spies. There must be a misunderstanding. Do you know who you are talking to? The gallows await. Move. Now. Looks like we will have to fight our way out. I haven't even finished my ale. Oh boy. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end the episode here. I don't know how long we've been running, but I am gonna end the episode here purely because I don't want to have to really worry about this here. Or rather, I just mean that, yeah, whatever. Light Claymore? 1 times damage and grant. Okay. So now I'm starting to understand these a little bit better. Let's grab the attack up here, because he doesn't have another defense up. Let's just quickly do this and then I'll... Attack up. Do it. Yeah, I guess I just need to get that up, huh? Magic up. Let's get the magic. What I did not mean to remove. Let's level that up. Then 129, which can't be used on anything, okay. 151, can I use that on anything? No. 135, nope. 115, just barely enough to upgrade that to maximum. Otherwise, yeah, there's nothing else to use that on, so let's grab that to maximum. There's nothing to throw it in place of, so I guess, yeah. Only 57 for you. Okay. So, yeah, that sucks. And then, yeah, okay. And that's going to be where I end this episode. Sorry if it's a little bit short. I am just being a little bit careful after last episode went a full 30 minutes. Trying to keep these around 20 minutes-ish. 20 to 25, 25 at most, or something like that. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.